Good morning. Before starting the course, Engineering Thermodynamics, let us understand some fundamentals. One of those fundamentals is about physical quantities and their SI units. The outcomes of this session are: define base units of physical quantities, define derived units for physical quantities. In engineering, there are three unit systems which are in practice. One is MKS, meter, kilogram, second. Another one is FES, foot, pound, second. And the most popular one is SI. It is System International. Now let us look at the units, base units in SI system. There are 7 physical quantities for which base units are defined. These 7 physical quantities are length, mass, time, electrical current, luminous intensity, thermodynamic temperature, molar mass. The unit of length is meter, designated by small m. Unit of mass is kilogram, designated by kg. Both k and g are small letters. Unit of time is second, is abbreviated as small s. Unit of electric current is ampere, abbreviated by capital A. Luminous intensity, base unit is candela, abbreviated as CD. Both C and D are small letters. Thermodynamic temperature, the base unit is Kelvin, abbreviated as K. Molar mass, base unit is mole, 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 and abbreviated as mole. So these are basically the 7 base units. We have derived units. What are derived units? Derived unit is obtained from base unit either by multiplying or dividing. For example, area of rectangle. So it is area of rectangle is nothing but length into breadth. The unit of length is mass, meter. Unit of breadth is also meter into meter, meter square. Suppose the unit of velocity, if you take the distance divided by time, distance unit is L, time unit is, say, time is designated by T, L by T, that is meter by second. Meter by second is a derived unit, meter square is a derived unit. If you see this chart, there are 5 SI base units, that is mass, length, time, electric current, thermodynamic temperature. From length, I can get derived unit meter square, derived unit meter cube, which is the unit of volume, derived unit meter per second, which is the unit of speed or velocity, meter per second square, which is the unit of acceleration. The same way using, look at this mass, this acceleration, using this I can define force. So that way, using these fundamental or base units, it is possible to define derived units for many physical quantities. So here you have force, work, heat, electric charge, pressure, power, voltage, resistance, capacitance, frequency. Let us look at the units of these things in the next table. If you see force, the physical quantity, is denoted by capital F. The formula is F is equal to MA. The unit of M is kg. Unit of A is meter per second square. Kg meter per second square is Newton. The unit of force is Newton. Now let us look at pressure or stress. normal pressure, normal stress, force by area. The unit of force is Newton. Unit of area is meter square, Newton per meter square or Pascal. Work, energy and heat, they have the same units. So let us define work. Work is force into distance. Unit of force is Newton. Unit of distance is meter. So Newton meter is a unit. It's also known as joule. It is represented by capital J. Similarly, unit of torque. Torque is defined as radius into force. Unit of radius is meter. Force unit is Newton. So meter Newton or Newton meter. Power or heat flow rate. Here there is a time factor coming into picture. Power is work divided by time, rate of work done. Unit of work is joule. Unit of time T is second, joule per second is watt. Dynamic viscosity mu. So according to Newton's law of viscosity, tau is equal to mu dv by dy. This is velocity gradient. By substituting the units of tau, velocity and distance, the unit of dynamic viscosity will be Newton second per meter square. Specific heat represented by Cp or Cv. So Cp is defined as a rate of change of enthalpy, that is dH by dt. Okay, this is temperature, this is enthalpy. So Cp, the unit will be joule per kg Kelvin, substituting for these things. So J by kg K. Similarly, the unit of thermal conductivity K, from Fourier conduction equation we can derive and it will be watt per meter Kelvin. Heat transfer coefficient H, again from the Newton's law of cooling, the unit of H will be watt per meter square Kelvin. The unit of frequency, from here we can get as hertz or cycles per second or 1 by S. These are some of the physical quantities and these are their derived units and the units are abbreviated as given here. Sometimes we use conversion factors. What is a conversion factor? It is basically a relationship in form of an equality. For example, saying 7 days is same as saying 1 week. Saying 1 minute is same as saying 60 seconds. So 1 foot is 12 inch. These are what you can call, these kind of relationships we call them as conversion factors. Similarly, pressure. Suppose 1 bar pressure, if I say it is nothing but 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square or pascals. 1 atmosphere pressure is 76 centimeters of mercury. Same as saying 1 atmosphere is 10.336 meters of water column. 1 atmosphere is 1.01325 bar. 1 atmosphere is 1.0332 kg force per centimeter square. Or 1 kg force per centimeter square is 0.980665 bar. 1 psi, pounds per square inch, is nothing but 0.0689476 bar. 1 atmosphere is equal to 14.6959 psi. 1 torr is equal to 0.00131579 atmosphere. So thus pressure can be expressed in different units. Work, energy, heat, same. Unit is joule. 1 joule is 1 Newton meter. In MK system, this can be represented by kcal, kilocalorie. 1 kcal is 4.184 kilojoules. In MK system, 1 kg force meter is 9.81 Newton meter, 9.81 joule. 1 kilowatt hour, kilo 1000, hour 3600. So per second. So watt is joule per second. If you do these things, finally it will become 3.6 megajoule. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 megajoules. Unit of power in watt. 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt. 1000 into 3600 divided 4. If you make it, you will get 860 kilocalorie per hour. So I have divided 4.184 to convert joules into kilocalorie. Okay. So here to multiply it by 3600 to get per hour. You know 735 joules is equal to 1 HP. Or we can say 1 HP is 0.735 kilowatt. 1 HP is equal to 75 kg force meter per second. Right? So 1 kilowatt is equal to 1.3. So 1000 watt here. In terms of HP, when we convert, it will become, say, if I divide 1000 by 735, I'll get 1.36. So 1 kilowatt is equal to 1.36 HP. So it is better to know all these units while discussing the subject. Sometimes in thermodynamics, we use a number of constants. So it is better to know what these constants are and their values are. Or universal gas constant. Anyway, we'll derive this. The value is 8314 joule per kg mole K. Or gas constant for air 287 joule per kg K. This is called specific gas constant. This is known as universal gas constant. Cp specific heat of air at constant pressure. Right? For air, it is 1.005 kilojoule per kg K. Cv specific heat of air at constant volume is 0.0711 kilojoule per kg K. Gamma Cp by Cv divided one by the other, you will get 1.4 for air. This is known as ratio of specific heats. Knowing and remembering the physical quantities and their units will become useful while studying the course. Thank you, and we will meet again in the next session.